So, from working in a parents' Oriental food store to missing out on representing the UK in the Eurovision Song Contest, now stronger and amazing as ever. This is releasing a debut album. Ladies and gents, it's the incredible multi platinum singer, Karen Harding. Thank you for joining me, Karen.
Hello, thank you for having us on. That's quite an intro.
I've put a lot of work into that. Can you tell?
Yeah, I mean, I really like the Oriental food shop. Brings us back to my roots.
We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I can't express how buzzing I am to finally be able to sit down and talk to you. I've been trying to get this to happen for such a long time. And out of all the guests that I've interviewed in the past 7 years, it's the most excited I've been actually to speak to someone. So thank you for that.
Yay! Oh no, it's amazing. Thank you.
So, first of all, the album Take Me Somewhere, it's absolutely incredible. Now, I'm not just blowing smoke. There isn't a song on there that I don't like. It's absolutely brilliant. Obviously, we'll talk a little bit more
Thank
about
you.
that shortly. But first of all, I just want to check in on you. How are you? Because am I right in believing that you've just become a mummy?
Yeah, well, I've been a mommy for 2 years. I've got two kids under two now. So yeah, it's been like a bit of a whirlwind over the past couple of years, amazing as well. But it was a bit harder to get the music together for that album, I feel, just because, time is precious. And but at the minute, I just feel like so all over the shop because the albums came out and it's like a bucket list moment for me. I feel like, yeah, it's like actually feeling that it's being released and it's out in the world is so strange to me now.
And like I said, it's absolutely incredible. And this has been a lifelong dream of yours as well. Again, we'll talk about the album
Yeah.
in a second, but let's get back to the beginning of your story, Karen, and let's talk a little bit of how you got into music. Now, I've looked at a list of songs that you were listening to when you were growing up. Is this the music that you was
Yeah.
brought up listening to, or is it just something you discovered at a young age?
I mean, I was listening to loads of music. My mum always had the radio on, or like would have CDs on, or whatever, like or cassettes. I remember that in the car, just back to back. So I was really familiar with like certain like albums, like Tina Turner, Lisa Stansfield, Bon Jovi. Like my mum and dad were into that kind of like classic rock pop sort of like era in the 80s. So like, I guess I was brought up on that from a young age. And then when we started to go and buy CDs, I was like, I don't know how, but I was just into like Craig David and Madison Avenue, and my brother was into like a lot of dance music, like Dave Pierce and that sort of era as well. So it was all kind of, yeah, all encompassing. I think it's what's great. What I think about now is that it's really important to just have music playing all the time because it's just going in all the time, and it's like some relaxing as well. But yeah, and I was always encouraged to sing. Like, my mum and dad bought me a little karaoke machine. I was always singing at like parties and just singing everywhere. I mean, I'm sure like some of my family must have just been like, "Oh, not her again, getting on that microphone." But no, I was there singing, and yeah, I was just basically doing every opportunity I could up until the age of like 16, 17, just to try and get noticed. I wanted to be a big, famous, big superstar singer. So, I mean, I guess I'm kind of like almost there. There,
Getting
I
there,
don't know.
getting there, not far off now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So obviously, I mentioned that you used to work at your parents' Oriental store. Was this an opportunity to bang out a few ideas for songs?
To be honest, like I remember I was at school and I go and work there on the weekends and help my mum out. So like didn't really have much time to do anything like that. I guess I was still super young, and then when I started gigging and everything like that, then I wasn't really helping her out so much. But yeah, I used to love doing it, to be honest. It's good. It's good. What does my mum say? Character building.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I could imagine. Now, obviously, I've mentioned as well that you featured in a couple of talent TV competitions, such as Eurovision, Your Country Needs You, and X Factor as well. And although you were eliminated from both, you actually found your first big break not long after by uploading a cover song of Disclosure's Latch. So tell us a little bit about this and what actually happened.
So So, I mean, pretty much that. I mean, I was uploading YouTube videos all the time, like of just songs that I loved. Like I was doing Mariah Carey covers and things that were challenging, you know. And Emanike, who's like an amazing producer artist, got in touch with us. He's done stuff with like Beyonce, Madonna, like all the greats now. But back then, you know, he was still like up and coming. And he got in touch with us. He's like, I love your voice. Come down to London. I saved up a load of money and got some train tickets and like was going down there and I wrote Say Something, but during that period I did like Eurovision and I did the X Factor, but I already had written Say Something, which is so strange to think about it now that it was just sat on my computer while I entered the talent shows. But the it was an amazing experience because I guess like the rejection and stuff can really put people down, but for me it was just like another thing that to experience. I was like, right, I'm done with that now, like move on. And it was funny the year after when they called us and they're like, oh hey Karen, do you want to come into the show this year? And I was like, oh no, I've just signed a record deal with my first single, so sorry about that, guys. That was quite nice. I mean, the thing is with like TV shows and stuff, it's great opportunities for to like hone your craft, to gain some confidence. Even though I know it seems like it knocks you down, but you've actually got so much confidence just going into it in the first place. So I think, yeah, I'm glad that I did it. I don't regret anything at all.
Again, it's the character building, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. I think as an artist, you just have to be ready to just take the highs with the lows, you know?
Yeah. I mean, there's a lots of coming to do auditions and whatever it is, and whatever performance based career that you decide, you've got to
Yeah.
expect the knockdowns, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's an opinions game. One day, someone's opinion might be like, might, I don't know, might change your life. One day, it might not. You just don't know. Like, but it's just no reflection on your ability or your talent.
So back in 2015, then you released Say Something. This entered the top 10 of the UK singles chart. It spent 26 weeks on the officials chart and achieved platinum status as well. How buzzing was you after that?
I mean, when I got to announce it on the radio, I remember the haze that I was in. It was just like this really big haze surrounding us because I was just so overwhelmed by all of it. I felt like everyone thought I was just popped out of nowhere. Obviously, I've been working on it for years, you know, but I felt like just overnight it was just suddenly whoa, like everyone wanted us to feature on the records, everyone wanted to get in the studio with us, and it was just like a lot. But I mean, for the first one to do that, it's such a high standard, and I just love the fact that I've been able to like live the life I do, like just by making music. It's amazing.
And you've obviously worked with quite a few producers and songwriters over the years as well, including people like Rodney Jerkins, Jimmy Nates, Richard Stannard. You've featured with artists such as Archers, Blonde, and most recently Armand Van Elden as well. I know you have a
Yeah.
few collabs on the new album, but is there anyone that you would love to work with that you haven't yet?
I mean, there's so many amazing producers, artists that I would love to work with. I think, like, if I did a tune with Becky Hill, I'd love to do that because, like, we can both sing and I think we'd enjoy it. I know Becky anyway, she's sound. And also, like, I'd love to work with Calvin Harris just because I love his tunes, I love what he does, and I love the artists that he works with as well.
Now let's get to the album then. Take Me Somewhere. It's out now. Now, I know this has been one of your lifelong dreams to release an album, but now that it's
Mhm.
out there in the world, how do you feel about it? And what made you wait so long before releasing an album?
I feel good about it. I feel really positive. I'm very happy with the songs and how they're sounding. It takes These things take time and so for so many reasons. There's loads of stuff behind the scenes that go on that like push it back and whatnot. I mean, even in January, I was still changing some of the songs and like they kept pushing everything back again. So like that's how it worked. But I mean, I had I had an idea of all the songs that I wanted to put on it. And over time, they never really changed. So I was like, right, let's just stick with that. Let's just go with the things that feel right to me. They were all reproduced, reworked, and now in a sounding like how they do now. And yeah, I'm super proud of it, and I'm so happy that it's being released. And I feel like the sense of relief that it's done. You know.
And you say that the album reflects the different moods, feelings, and pivotal moments of your life. But as a musician, how do you translate that into your music?
I feel like the sounds and around in the production have changed as well, and you can hear that with the times. And then like my vocal performances, that's kind of what I've really focused on this album is like my vocal performance, the emotion that I'm trying to like bring over. Because my background is like singing. I've like always wanted to sing everything in the phone book. So I wanted to show people that I really love to sing, and that like the emotions can be like transferred in that way.
Do you have to be in a frame of mind to write a song? Do you have to be in a certain zone, a certain place?
I think sometimes like you don't feel up for it, and then like you'll get in the room with someone, and then there's a different change in energy. I think collaboration is like really important, but sometimes like I'll be watching something at like 11 o'clock at night, and I suddenly feel this wave of inspiration. So I just run in the studio, and just start writing and doing some music. And I think you just have to just go with it. Like that's the main thing. And even when you're not feeling so up for it, like just try and then hopefully it'll get you through. Take a break, then try again.
There's 13 tracks on the album. How did you manage to whittle it down to just 13?
Oh, I think I had about 50 in the first instance when we were talking about album songs. And I managed to we finally managed to whittle it down. But these are songs that I've like loved forever and I've always wanted to put out. So I think I had to go with that instinctual feeling of that.
Now, like I mentioned earlier, I love all the songs on there, but my favorite has to be For Your Love. Have you got a favorite from the
Ah,
album?
amazing. I mean it's hard to say because I do really love all the tracks like the like have special moments in my mind, but I think it's a toss up between Wild Wild Water and Take Me Somewhere. I just love the like while I water, I love like the emotion in it. I remember where I was at in my life and the decisions that I was about to make and taking that risk, and that's kind of what that song's about. And Take Me Somewhere reminds us of like when I first started making like really making music, and also like I just love the beat. Like I love how it's old school vibe to it. So yeah.
And obviously, you're promoting the album a hell of a lot recently. I've seen that you've been doing a lot of gigs. If
Yeah.
anybody wants to come and see you performing, is there a place they need to go to get all that information?
Yeah, everything is on my social. So I'm at Karen Harding on everything. Dead easy at Karen Harding. So yeah, just find me there, follow me, and I'm updating constantly.
And obviously, the album's out now on all the major streaming platforms, but are you selling physical copies as well?
We are hoping to get some vinyl copies. I really, really want one for my wall. So yeah, definitely. And I'm sure like fans do as well. So yeah, we're gonna aim for that.
And that's the thing as well now. A lot of musicians, they like to be able to give something out that's collectible, that people can actually physically hold.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with Say Something, we only printed quite a few, so it's very much like limited. And yeah, it'll be the same with this as well. I just love it because I love the artwork. I felt like a lot of work went into that. So yeah, I feel like it would give it credit as well, not just a tiny little block on a screen.
Yeah, that's it. And the other thing as well with that is that you can actually borrow it your friends. You can't do that with a Spotify account.
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
So we're obviously going to play one of the songs from the album called "Wrong Places," which is one of the lead singles from the album. Has the song got a story behind
So this song was played to me actually, and I it was written by Camille, who's an incredible songwriter. She's done loads of stuff for Little Mix, and oh, she's worked with everyone, honestly. And I really connected to this record, and I was just like, do you know what? I'm gonna give it a go. So I had to go, changed up a few things on it, where it felt a bit more right for me. And yeah, and she loved it as well. And then I got Left Wing Cody to reproduce it, and it just all sort of came together. I know the song is written about like being kind of not being able to get over somebody and thinking that you can but you can't, and it's just that constant circle, and we've all been there where we've been brokenhearted and we're just trying to find love somewhere else but never find it. So yeah, that's what it's about.